right? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray. Astray from what? From the truth.
Right.
Astray from the laws, statutes, and commandments the Heavenly Father gave us.
Right.
That's why he has the title Satan. Satan means what? You got to know now. Elder Pastor did a video. You got to know the etymology of words. You got to learn your words. That's part of being in this ministry. You got to know your words. You got to know the meaning of words. You got to look up words in the Hebrew, the Greek, the Latin. There's no shortcuts in this, and you can't be lazy. Scriptures speak about being diligent, right? Give diligence to make your call and election sure. That's all part of diligence. You're looking up your words. You're looking up your dates, right? You're looking up maps. You have to be well-rounded. That's the point I'm making. You have to be well-rounded in this ministry, in this thing of ours, like I always say.
That's right.
You want to come.
All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to begin by giving our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone that rule well. Just and salutation to the man pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. I dear brother Howard, here to do edification through the Spirit of the Lord. I was watching this video yesterday. I was to make this video yesterday, but the Spirit had me to make it today. And as the elder Apostle Gaba said, it's a good thing to look up the etymology of words, because that we was taught, from the beginning. When we enter into this truth, the apostles taught us to look up the meaning, the root meaning of words. And while watching the video, it just sparked my intuition to just tell me, look up the meaning of the word offense. You know what I mean? Look up the meaning of the word offense. Because a lot of people might get twisted, get the meaning of the word offense. Basically, they'll get it wrong. They'll have a different interpretation to the word offense. So I will just, this video will be very quick, but it's for edification, and hopefully it's edifying, right? So let's randomly Alright, yeah. Let's randomly look up the word offense, right? Right, so offense. 1 Samuel 25:31, right? It says that this shall be no grief unto thee, no offense of the heart. Look up the word offense here. This is a stumbling means occasion of stumbling, stumbling block. Stumbling fall means or occasion of stumbling. Right, a stumbling block literally, figuratively. The cause of fall of offense, right? Offense, things, ruin, stumbling block. Alright, let me look at the next meaning here. Let's give me a second. Pour my touchlight. Let me look at the next meaning here. Alright. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 4, it says, if the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacified great offenses. So when you look up the word offenses in this chapter and verse, it goes back to the Hebrew word chatha, right? And it means sin, right? It means sin. So the word offense actually goes back to the meaning of sin. So you see our brother say, I offend you, or you offend the Lord. Well, you mean it's the same thing. It means you sin against the Lord, or you sin against the brother, or however you want to put it. But offense and sinning goes back to it means the same thing. It says a sin, A, a sin, B, guilt of sin, C, punishment for sin, right? Crime or its penalty, fault. So I better say, I offend you. I was at fault, right? I did a crime against you, because a crime is something that it will be penalized for. It will be considered as a sin. All right. You look up our next one here now. Try this one. All right. Romans 4:25. It says, "Who was delivered for our offenses and raised again for our justification." And look at that word offense. Let me see. Offenses. It means to fall beside or near something, a lapse or deviation from truth. And uprightness is sin, misdeed. So it all leads back to the same thing. Our offense also goes back to a misdeed, right? A sin, right? It leads back to the same thing as sin, right? Go down to the Strong's. It says a side slide, a lapse, deviation. What does the word deviation mean? Back to the same thing, right? You're departing from the right thing, which means you're going to the wrong thing, which means that goes back to sin. All right. Strong's, it says lapse or deviation that is unintentionally an error or willful transgression or transgression, right? Goes back to basically doing the same sin over and over. That becomes a transgression, which leads back to a sin. It says fall, fault, offense, sin, trespass. Right? You look up let's see something real quick. Matthew, I think it's Matthew 6. Like, don't forgive us our daily bread, forgive us our debts. Alright, let me see. If forgive men their trespass. Alright, so look up the word trespass. It goes back to what? Paraptoma, to fall beside or near something. A lapse or deviation from truth. And unrighteousness is sin, misdeed, the same thing. Right? That way it goes back to when the Lord say, forgive ye. It says, for if ye forgive men their trespass or their sins, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Right? So offense and sin, it goes back, it leads back to the same thing. Alright? Hopefully this video is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Greatmillstone, and rural blessing and citation to the men who sincere and pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.